new episode of All About a Fursuiter, the series where we interview furries. Get to know a little bit more about the furry fandom. One furry at a time. Yes, yes, yes. So in today's interview, we're going to be interviewing none other than Fee the Dragon. Yes. As always, we will ask them 5 questions. And without further ado, let's get into it. Yes!
Hey Fee, are you ready? Yes, ready. No, I told you we have an interview with our friend Benji, the beagle. No, not him. Yes, you. Well, put down your markers and let's go. Okay, Fee, I'm gonna have you wait right there. All right, so Benji wants to ask us 5 questions. That's it. Yes, and then when you're done, you and Ben can go back to coloring. Fee, I wasn't the one who agreed to this. It was you. You don't even remember agreeing to it. But we're not gonna argue right now. Just do the questions, and then you and Ben can get back to it.
I want to first off say how amazing your skit was. I loved it. That was just adorable, cute. I love that, Fee. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. So on to the first question now. And that is, how did you come up with your persona, Fee?
Hello friends, my name is Fee Dragon, and today I'm going to be doing an interview with Benji the Beagle. So Fee is actually an artistic Liberty character and suit. I found this fursuit maker, and I was essentially like, I love your style so much that I would like you to make me a character. But at the time, I had asked my fursuit maker if she could make me something Dutch Angel Dragon related, and she came up with Fee. I absolutely fell in love with the idea of that. Over the years, I've kind of let go of the angel dragon aspect of Fee, even though she still resembles a lot of it. So now I just call her a fairy dragon mix. And fun fact about Fee, even though she has little wings, she can't fly.
I think that was such a touching and amazing story how you came up with your persona. I love your hyper positive active energy. I love that. I love that a lot, Fee. Yes, yes, yes. On to the second question now, and that is, what or who inspired you to be a content creator? So
when I was young and first on YouTube, my first introduction to content creation was LPS Tube with Littlest Pet Shops. And ever since I was able to get a hold of my mom's first digital camera, I was filming and editing on Windows Movie Maker, and I absolutely loved it. I loved creating my own stories, and most importantly, I fell in love with the magic of video editing. So I have always loved content creation ever since I was young. So naturally, when I got older and I got access to social media, naturally I started taking my love for editing and content creation over to other platforms. When TikTok first came out, I really wanted to be on the app. I wanted to give it a try, and I also just wanted an excuse to wear my fursuit. So I started making furry TikTok related content, and from there it just kind of exploded. I never expected it to. I was just bored in my parents' house making videos, and it has been 5 years later.
You know, I think that is really awesome, Fee. You're really talented and amazing on your content creation. You do such amazing work, and you inspire and spread so much positivity to other people out there. As always, I will put all of Fee Dragon's social media links in the social medias, I guess you could say, in the description down below. So be sure to check them out. They make amazing content and amazing positive spirit. So yes. Hello. Yes. So on to the third question now. And that is, tell us about your candy store and what inspired you into making candy.
Outside of the furry fandom, I am a raver. I love live music. I have been into EDM since I was a really young kid. That was my first love when it came to music. For Christmas one year, my mom got me a bucket of beads. My brother is much older than me and started raving, and that's when I first had my introduction to candy. And he used to ask me to make bracelets for him. And of course I was like, oh my gosh, my older brother wants me to make him bracelets. So I'd make him tons of bracelets. He explained to me how candy trading worked and why people do it. And even from a young age, I fell in love with that idea of like, oh my God, you give it out to somebody and someone gives you back, or you just give it to somebody. That is such a sweet sentiment. And I think for me, as being a shy and awkward individual, it really opens up so many awesome conversation starters and gives me a reason to talk to people. And I don't sell my candy all too much. I do have an Etsy where sometimes I put up some of my more elaborate cups, and sometimes people buy them. But what I really like to do is I love to make tutorials. I think I make tutorials in a way that I wish somebody would have made it for me when I was learning how to make candy, which is extremely step-by-step visuals. So I started making those.
You know, I think that is really awesome that you love raving, you love going out and raving and having fun. I will admit, I sometimes get socially anxiety as well, but I think that's really awesome that you go out to the community, make some candy beads. I think that's really awesome. I love that. On to the fourth question, and that is, what are some positive experiences you've had being an NB furry in the furry fandom?
I hope the camera gets all of it. I really, really love this question. As a non-binary person in the furry community, I think it is such a beautiful and wonderful experience. I don't think anywhere else have I ever felt more heard and more understood in my gender identity and expression. I think ever since I was young, I never fit in the box of being a girl or being a boy. Even when I was older, I didn't even know being non-binary was a thing. So when I first learned about it, I was like, oh my God, that's me. And I absolutely love it. I think actually the furry community really helped me discover that more. I love going to conventions, and when they give out pride flags, they always have a non-binary flag that I can grab. I love going to artist alleys and the dealer's den and seeing that they'll have, you know, she, her, he, him, and they, thems. I feel like in the normie world, there's quite a bit of judgment around being non-binary. So again, to have such a safe place where I know that there's no judgment for me identifying as non-binary and using they, them pronouns is so absolutely special to me. And come on, what other fandom can you get something like this? Your flag with your character on it. This thing is so special to me. I absolutely love it.
You know, I think that is so true and so correct. I'm actually non-binary myself, so some of you may not know that, some of you might, but I think that is so true. Like, the furry fandom has shown way more of a safe space for it, for showing that side of you. It's also just been more accepting of it, because the normie side, I guess you could say, has kind of not been as accepting, but I think that is very true, and it's just very amazing. Honestly, I want to know where you got that flag from. I need a non-binary flag. I want one of my son on that. That looks amazing. I love that feat. And now on to the fifth and final question now, and that is, what are some positive things that the furry fandom has helped you through in life?
Oh my goodness, where do I even begin? Honestly, I think the first one is community. I think the furry community has offered such a safe place for me to not only express my sexuality, my gender identity, but who I am as a person. I think the first time that I went to a furry convention, even just waiting in the registration line was like, wow, I feel home. It just felt so safe and so welcomed and so comfortable and so unapologetic about who I am in my own skin, inside and outside of my fursuit. The furry community has also given me an amazing circle of super close, great friends. The furry community has also helped a lot with my art. I am an artist and an illustrator, just like a lot of furries, and it has really expanded my knowledge and my love for art. The furry community has really just given me every avenue of self-expression, and I am so incredibly thankful for it. A question I get a lot over on my TikTok is, do you see yourself doing this for the rest of your life? And honestly, yes, 100%. Alrighty, my friends, thank you so much for watching my interview. Thank you, Benji, for having us on. We really appreciate it. I hope everyone has an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching. Ben and I will see you around.
Again, I want to give a big thanks to Feed the Dragon for being on today's interview, being on the show. I want to thank them so much. Yes. As always, I will leave all of Feed Dragon's social medias in the description down below. So be sure to check them all out for sure. Again, I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, give us a like and subscribe, turn on notifications. But as always, I bid y'all a good farewell.